we are studying first topic of science part 2, that is heredity and evolution. In the first lecture, we have studied what is meant by heredity and hereditary changes. Okay? So in today's lecture, we are going to study what is meant by transcription, translation and translocation. These are the various processes carried out when the proteins are synthesized in our body. So in today's lecture, we are going to study how proteins are synthesized. As we all know, proteins are very important as far as our bodybuilding is concerned. To give strength to the body is concerned. What does it mean? याचा अर्थ काय होतो की प्रोटीन्स जे आहेत ते आपल्या बॉडीच्या बिल्डिंगसाठी इम्पॉर्टंट असतात, बॉडीला स्ट्रेंथ प्रोव्हाइड करतात, बॉडीचे जे काही कॅरेक्टर्स आहेत ते पण डिटरमाइन करतात. कोण सांगा? प्रोटीन्स. म्हणजे एखादं पर्टिक्युलर कॅरेक्टर हे प्रोटीन्स मुळे असणार, म्हणजे त्या कॅरेक्टरसाठी रिस्पॉन्सिबल असणारे प्रोटीन्स बॉडीमध्ये फॉर्म होतात आणि मग ते कॅरेक्टर आपल्याला दिसायला लागतात. सो प्रोटीन्स आर बेसिकली बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स ऑफ आवर बॉडी. आपली जी बॉडी आहे ती प्रामुख्याने प्रोटीन्सने बनलेली आहे. ती आपल्या बॉडीला प्रोटीन्स जे आहे ते स्ट्रेंथ प्रोव्हाइड करतात. सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी हाऊ द प्रोटीन्स आर सिंथेसाइज्ड. ऑब्वियसली प्रोटीन्स आर सिंथेसाइज्ड विथ द हेल्प ऑफ DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. We have studied what is meant by DNA and RNA in the last lecture. In the last standard, we can say that DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA means ribonucleic acid. We have also studied three types of the RNA, that is mRNA, messenger RNA, tRNA, that is transfer RNA, and rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. mRNA carries message, obviously messenger RNA. Then transfer RNA, it will transfer amino acids, and finally ribosomal RNA, it will do the synthesis work. We are going to study what are their roles in the protein synthesis. Obviously आपल्याला त्यांचे रोल्स काय आहेत प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस म्हणजे हेही शिकायचे. बट बेसिकली तुम्हाला तीन टाइप्स जे आहेत त्याचे मी सांगून टाकले की जे RNA आहे इट इज ऑफ थ्री टाइप्स, दॅट इज mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. But as we have learned that some characters are transferred from parental generation to the next generation via genes. But we have discussed yesterday that genes or genetic material is basically made up of DNA. So the characters which are transferred from parental generation to the next generation are because of the DNA. Because they carry same DNA as of their parents. म्हणजे जे नेक्स्ट जनरेशन असणार आहे त्यांचं DNA हे त्यांच्या पॅरेंट्स सारखं असणार आहे. सो काही कॅरेक्टर्स हे त्यांच्या पॅरेंट्स सारखे आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतील. मग कशा प्रकारे हे प्रोटीन सिंथेसाइज होतात आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये हे आज आपल्याला शिकायचं आहे. सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी द प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस. नाउ फर्स्ट and very important point about this particular process is that the information for protein synthesis is stored in the DNA. That means how to synthesize proteins, the information for protein synthesis is stored in the DNA. म्हणजे प्रोटीन्स कसे सिंथेसाइज करायचे ही जी इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे ती DNA मध्ये स्टोर्ड आहे, दॅट इज deoxyribonucleic acid. Now there will be a question to all of you. How the information is stored in the DNA? That means it carries some codes for the protein synthesis, and according to these codes the proteins are synthesized in our body. So we say that the information for protein synthesis is stored in the DNA. But DNA alone cannot do this work of protein synthesis. It requires some help of RNA. DNA alone cannot synthesize the proteins. It requires help of the RNA. So in this way, DNA synthesizes proteins with the help of RNA. This is called as central dogma. So let's try to understand. Proteins are synthesized by DNA through the RNA, and this process is called as central dogma. What I have said? that DNA alone cannot synthesize proteins. It requires some help of the RNA. So DNA synthesizes proteins through the RNA or with the help of RNA. This process is called as central dogma. Try to remember all the definitions, all the concepts in this particular process. There are different concepts. Sometimes they will ask you questions. What is meant by central dogma? Then you have to write only this part. Okay? Now, let's go further. Now starts the work of RNA. And first RNA is produced. That is messenger RNA. So messenger RNA is produced as per the sequence of nucleotides on the DNA. DNA contains two strands. We have studied the structure of DNA in the 9th standard. DNA carries two strands. Okay, only one strand is used in the process of protein synthesis. What I am saying, try to understand. DNA consists of two strands. Only one strand is used in the process of protein synthesis. That strand contains nucleotides, and there is a sequence of nucleotides. There is a sequence of nucleotides on that particular strand. The sequence will not change. So according to the sequence of the nucleotides on the DNA, mRNA is produced. म्हणजे काय की DNA वरती जसा सिक्वेन्स आहे न्यूक्लियोटाइडचा त्या सिक्वेन्स प्रमाणे सिक्वेन्स असणारे mRNA फॉर्म होतात. दॅट इज मेसेंजर RNA. So what does it mean? Messenger RNA will carry message from DNA for the protein synthesis. Quite easy. Messenger RNA will carry message for protein synthesis from DNA. मग कसा मेसेज ते घेऊन जाणार? जसा सिक्वेन्स न्यूक्लियोटाइडचा DNA वर आहे तसाच सिक्वेन्स mRNA वर आहे. कारण DNA बाहेर जाऊ शकत नाही, बट mRNA बाहेर जाऊ शकतो आणि हा mRNA बाहेर म्हणजे जे न्यूक्लियस आहे ते न्यूक्लियसच्या बाहेर. ठीक आहे. It will carry the message from DNA, coded message from DNA. Is it clear? Because mRNA is produced, but it is having same sequence of nucleotides. Now, as I have said, only one strand of the DNA is used, and that strand is having sequence of the nucleotide. Same sequence is present on the mRNA, that is messenger RNA. So messenger RNA is produced. Okay, what I am saying, let's look at here. Sequence of nucleotides in the mRNA is complementary to the DNA strand. So what does it mean? जो mRNA वरती सिक्वेन्स आहे तो DNA स्ट्रँड वरती असणाऱ्या सिक्वेन्सला न्यूक्लियोटाइड्सच्या सिक्वेन्सला कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी असणार. So sequence of nucleotides on the mRNA is complementary to the sequence of nucleotides on DNA. Did you get that? Sequence of nucleotides on mRNA is complementary to the sequence of nucleotides on DNA, and instead of thymine there is a uracil in RNA instead of thymine in DNA. That's the only difference. There is uracil nitrogenous base present in RNA instead of thymine in DNA. So only one difference is there, that is in DNA there is thymine and instead of thymine there is uracil present in the RNA. This process of RNA synthesis is called as transcription. First concept part, transcription. So what is meant by transcription? As we have studied, mRNA is synthesized having complementary sequence of nucleotides to the DNA. ठीक है? mRNA is produced as per the sequence of nucleotides on the DNA. ठीक है? This process of RNA synthesis is called as transcription. फक्त ते तिथे आपल्याला एकच डिफरन्स पाहायला मिळतोय. कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी सिक्वेन्स असणार आहे न्यूक्लियोटाइडचा, फक्त DNA मध्ये थायमिन असणार आहे त्याच्याऐवजी RNA मध्ये काय प्रेझेंट असेल, सांगा युरॅसिल प्रेझेंट असेल. So I hope you all have understood what is meant by transcription. In short, we can say that transcription is nothing but the process of formation of mRNA having complementary sequence to the DNA. Okay, so जे न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स आहे, न्यूक्लियोटाइड्सचा सिक्वेन्स कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी असणार आहे DNA ला, असे mRNA प्रोड्यूस होतात आणि त्यालाच काय म्हणायचं सांगा, ट्रान्सक्रिप्शन. Got it? So we have studied about the transcription. Now once the messenger RNA is formed, let's look at here. once the messenger RNA is formed here in the nucleus, once the messenger RNA is formed, this messenger RNA comes out of the nucleus. This messenger RNA comes out of the nucleus, that is in the cytoplasm. Outside the nucleus there is cytoplasm. So this mRNA comes in the cytoplasm with the coded message from DNA, as we all know. DNA carries message or information for protein synthesis. It is basically present in the sequence of nucleotides. म्हणजे प्रोटीन्स कोणते सिंथेसाइज करायचे हे त्या न्यूक्लियोटाइडच्या सिक्वेन्सवर डिपेंड असते. मग तसाच कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी सिक्वेन्स असणारा mRNA फॉर्म झाले. It will come in the cytoplasm with the coded message from the DNA. Coded message means what? Carrying complementary sequence of nucleotides to the DNA. So RNA has message of protein synthesis or information for protein synthesis, which is carried out by mRNA from DNA. So mRNA comes in the cytoplasm with coded message from DNA. DNA कडनं coded message घेऊन mRNA कशामध्ये येणार आहे सांगा चला पटकन, cytoplasm मध्ये येणार आहे. Now what is this coded message? So yes, obviously mRNA is carrying coded message from DNA. But what is this message? This message is nothing but the message or codes for process of formation of amino acids. Okay, so pass now. This message contains codes for amino acids. So yes, mRNA is carrying message from DNA, and that message contains codes for formation of different amino acids. Okay, codes for amino acids. So that messenger RNA carries codes for amino acids. As we all know, amino acids are important for process of protein synthesis. So messenger RNA carries codes for amino acids. Now these amino acids, okay, these amino acids are transferred by tRNA, that is transfer RNA. ते आपण पुढे पाहणार आहोत. Okay. Now the code for each amino acid, the code for messenger RNA carries codes for amino acid. There are different codes for different amino acid. The code for each amino acid, the code for each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides, which is called as triplet codon. So एका amino acid चा जो कोड असणार आहे, I will show you here. Let's look at here. Suppose this is the code for one amino acid. एक कोणतं तरी amino acid आहे आणि त्याच्यासाठीचा हा कोड आहे. But it will carry 3 nucleotides, 1 2 3, 1 2 3 group of nucleotides. Then there will be another amino acid. It will carry 3 nucleotides. दूसरा amino acid it will carry 3 nucleotides. So each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides. As we all know, messenger RNA carries nucleotides complementary to the DNA. Each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides, and these nucleotides are called as triplet codons. एका amino acid साठी एक जो ग्रुप असणार 3 nucleotides चा, that is called as triplet codon. Now very important information is there about the triplet codon. The well-known Indian scientist Dr. Hargobind Khurana, ठीक है, Dr. Hargobind Khurana determined triplet codons for 20 amino acids. So he found out triplet codons for 20 amino acids. Very important information, very important research was done by Dr. Hargobind Khurana. He determined 20 triplet codons for 20 amino acids, and for that purpose he was awarded Nobel Prize. He with 2 more scientists was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1968 for the work in the information regarding this field, that is triplet codons. He found out the triplet codons for 20 different amino acids. Okay, now each mRNA consists of thousands of triplet codons. Now let's try to understand. Each mRNA consists of thousands of triplet codon. Very important. Each mRNA consists of thousands of triplet codon. Okay. So we have studied that code for each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides, and each mRNA consists of thousands of triplet codons. As per the message of mRNA, tRNA supplies amino acids. Very important. As per the message of mRNA, tRNA supplies amino acids. But how does tRNA supplies amino acids? tRNA has an anticodon complementary to the codons on the mRNA, so that it can read the message of mRNA. So it has anticodons complementary to the codons on the mRNA. Let's look at here. For this purpose, as per the message of mRNA, tRNA supplies amino acids. But how does tRNA reads the message of messenger RNA? For that purpose, tRNA has anticodons having complementary sequence to the codons on mRNA. tRNA has anticodons having complementary sequence to the codons on mRNA. This is called translation. This process is called as translation. As per the message of mRNA, tRNA supplies amino acids, and for that purpose, tRNA has anticodons having complementary sequence to the codons on mRNA. And this process is called as translation. Very important one. This process is called as translation. So central dogma समझ में तुम्हारा ट्रांसक्रिप्शन कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, ट्रिपलेट कोडॉन समझ रहे हैं, ट्रांसलेशन समझ रहे हैं. Let's go further. Last part. Now amino acids are supplied by tRNA. Amino acids are supplied by tRNA. These various amino acids linked together by peptide bond. Various amino acids linked together by peptide bond, that is peptide linkage. Okay? Okay? So these amino acids bonded together by peptide bonds with the help of rRNA. Third type of RNA is developed. tRNA, mRNA, tRNA, now rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. Different amino acids bonded together. As we all know, proteins are synthesized when amino acids are bonded together. ठीक है ना, proteins are the macromolecules formed from amino acids. So जेव्हा अनेक amino acids एकमेकांना लिंक होतील, एकमेकांना बॉन्डेड होतील, तेव्हा proteins फॉर्म होतील. So thus the amino acids bonded together by peptide bonds with the help of rRNA. The amino acids are bonded together by peptide bonds with the help of rRNA. Now I am going to show you what is meant by peptide bonds. How does the peptide bond looks? Okay. Now let's try to understand what is meant by amino acids. Okay. CH2, CH2, C double bond OH here and H2. Okay. So these are nothing but the amino acids. Okay. This is the amino group and this is acidic. So there are two functional groups, that is amines and acids, carboxylic acids. Okay, if I write same type of amino acid here, okay, now look at here. If this nitrogen attacks this carbon and this OH group is removed, जर ह्या नायट्रोजन ने ह्या कार्बन अटॅक केलं तर हा OH ग्रुप रिमूव्ह होईल. मग झालं काय की ह्या नायट्रोजन मध्ये आणि ह्या कार्बन मध्ये काय फॉर्म झाला, बॉन्ड. इथला OH आणि इथला H गेला आणि ह्या दोघांमध्ये बॉन्ड फॉर्म झाला. दिस बॉन्ड इज कॉल्ड ॲज पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड और पेप्टाइड लिंकेज. दिस टाइप ऑफ बॉन्ड इज कॉल्ड ॲज पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड और पेप्टाइड लिंकेज. सो अमाइनो ग्रुप्स अटॅक्स ऑन द कार्बोनिल कार्बन, दिस कार्बन. ठीक है? ओके. सो अमाइनो ग्रुप ने त्याच्यावर अटॅक केला and that is why they are linked together to form a peptide bond or peptide linkage. But this process is done by the help of rRNA. Now, during this process, ribosomal RNA has to link amino acids to each other. So, doing this, ribosome keeps moving from one end of the mRNA to the another end by distance of one triplet codon at one time. राइबोसोम काय होतं, mRNAच्या एका एंडकडनं दुसऱ्या एंडकडे मूव्ह होत राहतो. बट मूव्ह होत असताना एका वेळेला डिस्टन्स किती ट्रॅव्हल करतो, 1 2 3 ट्रिपलेट कोडॉन. ठीक आहे ना, 1 2 3 ट्रिपलेट कोडॉन. हे mRNA इथे जाणार, परत पुढच्या ट्रिप्लेट कोडॉनवरती, असं एका एंडकडे दुसऱ्या एंडला जाईल रायबोसोम mRNA. So ribosome keeps moving from one end of the mRNA to the other end by distance of one triplet codon at one time. And this process is called as a translocation. म्हणजे रायबोसोम हा mRNA वरती एका एंडकडे दुसऱ्या एंडकडे जाण्याच्या प्रोसेसला काय म्हणायचंय? ट्रान्सलोकेशन. Is it clear? And thus different amino acids are linked together to form proteins. अशा प्रकारे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या अमायनो ऍसिड्स एकमेकांना लिंक होतात आणि काय फॉर्म होतात सांगा? प्रोटीन्स फॉर्म होतात. And these proteins controls various functions, structures of our body. हे प्रोटीन्स काय करतात? आपल्या बॉडीचे वेरियस फंक्शन्स किंवा वेरियस जे स्ट्रक्चर्स आहेत ते काय करतात? कंट्रोल करतात. वेरियस कॅरेक्टर्स कंट्रोल करतात. ठीक आहे? आता मी सांगतो तुम्हाला. Okay, let's try to understand. ठीक है? Thus, proteins are formed. काय फॉर्म होतात सांगा? Proteins form होतात, which controls structure and functions of organisms. Okay, they also controls various characters of living organisms. म्हणजे आपल्यासारख्या ऑर्गॅनिझम्सचे वेगवेगळे कॅरेक्टर सुद्धा ते काय करतात सांगा? कंट्रोल करतात. प्रोटीन्स. सो आपल्यामध्ये दिसणारे वेगवेगळे कॅरेक्टर्स दे आर बिकॉज ऑफ द बेसिकली प्रोटीन्स. इज इट क्लिअर? सो दिस इज नथिंग बट द प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस. ओके, समजलं सर्वांना? सो दिस इज द process of protein synthesis, and proteins controls the various functions as well as appearance, that means structure of the organisms. म्हणजे हे ऑब्वियसली काय करणारे? वेरियस फंक्शन्स कंट्रोल करणारे आणि स्ट्रक्चर सुद्धा कंट्रोल करणारे वेगवेगळ्या ऑर्गॅनिझम्स. नाउ व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट पॉइंट इज देयर. लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम्स can produces organisms like them. Living organisms can produces organisms like them due to the transfer of genes only. So what does it mean? Genes are, that is genetic material, is transferred from parents to their offspring, and that is why living organisms can produce organisms like them. म्हणजे आपल्यासारखेच ऑर्गॅनिझम्स ते प्रोड्यूस करू शकतात कारण जीन्स कॅरी होतात पॅरेंटल जनरेशन कडनं नेक्स्ट जनरेशन कडे. नाउ व्हॉट हॅपन? समटाइम्स these genes undergo some changes. That is, sometimes the sequence of the nucleotides changes or their position changes, and because of that there occurs some mutations in the genes. What does it mean? Mutations in the genes. That means whenever there are some changes takes place in the structure of the gene, that is sequence of the nucleotide changes or position of the nucleotide changes, because of that the genes undergoes mutations, that means changes, and because of that different types of the genetic disorders occurs. ठीक आहे? हे जे म्युटेशन्स असतात जीन्स मध्ये होणारे म्युटेशन्स याच्यामुळे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स आपल्यामध्ये होताना पाहायला मिळतात, लाईक सिकल सेल एनिमिया. So these genetic disorders occurs due to the mutations in genes. So mutations in genes म्हणजे काय? तर change in the sequence of nucleotides or position of the nucleotides. Okay? ठीक आहे? Living organisms can reproduce due to the transfer of genes. म्हणजे लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम्स जे आहे ते रिप्रोड्यूस करू शकतात बिकॉज ऑफ द ट्रान्सफर ऑफ जीन्स. बट these genes undergoes some mutations. Okay, some mutations. Okay, mutations means what? Sequence of nucleotides or their position changes. Sequence of nucleotides or their position changes. न्यूक्लियोटाइड्सचा सिक्वेन्स चेंज होतो किंवा त्याची काय चेंज होते, पोझिशन चेंज होते. इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज म्युटेशन्स इन जीन्स. सो जीन्स मध्ये म्युटेशन्स कशामुळे येतात, तर काय होतंय की त्यांच्यामध्ये असा न्यूक्लियोटाइडचा सिक्वेन्स चेंज होतो किंवा न्यूक्लियोटाइडची काय चेंज होते, पोझिशन्स, आणि त्यामुळे त्यांच्यामध्ये आपल्याला काय पाहायला मिळतो सांगा, म्युटेशन्स. अँड दस ऑकर डिफरंट जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स. And because of that, there are some genetic disorders occurring due to the mutations in genes like sickle cell anemia or many other genetic disorders. So to control these genetic disorders, we have to study the process of recombinant DNA so that the genetic disorders can be prevented or sometimes cured. Okay? सो नेक्स्ट आपण ऑब्वियसली हे सगळ्या पार्टमध्ये, ह्या सगळ्या टॉपिकमध्ये पुढे आपल्याला हे स्टडी करायचे की डीएनए जे आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला वेगवेगळ्या टेक्नॉलॉजीज कशा प्रकारे वापरता येऊ शकतात, ठीक आहे ना, आणि त्याच्यातून आपल्या जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स कशा प्रकारे ट्रीट करता येऊ शकतात. ओके, आय होप यू ऑल हॅव अंडरस्टूड व्हॉट वी हॅव लर्न टुडे. ठीक आहे, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ द इव्हॉल्युशन. हेरिडिटी पार्ट आता कम्प्लीट झाला या टॉपिकमधला. पुढच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण इव्हॉल्युशन पार्ट स्टडी करणार आहे. थँक्यू.